It was 8:40 in the morning, and Ryan was getting late for college. Being a medical student, he has always been very devoted and punctual. But these days, things are different for him. He lives on the 11th floor. Nowadays, he finds himself stopping the elevator on the 8th floor on his way down to the ground floor. Standing at the back of the elevator and waiting impatiently is something very unusual for Ryan. But that's what she has done to him. He has forgotten his classes and everything else that could possibly make him deprive of even a single glance at her. Please subscribe to this channel and turn your notification on for more interesting stories. Today he got up as usual, chose a white t-shirt and blue jeans paired with a blue denim jacket. He gelled his dark brown hair neatly, took his watch and phone, matched his shoes with the shirt and quickly went to floor 8, putting his backpack on his shoulder. The elevator was capacious, but he kept hiding behind it and waited. After 10 long minutes of wait, a girl with her big eyes sparkling bright and blonde hair tied in a messy bun came rushing towards the elevator. The girl who had caught Ryan's heart the very day she shifted in the building, Emma. It's been 3 months, but the memory of her first sight repeats at least once a day in Ryan's head. How tired she looked in her yellow top and blue jeans, spectacles on, and picking up the boxes from the elevator to the apartment. Ryan was going to meet his friend on the 8th floor when his feet stuck to the ground on the first sight, and he couldn't take his eyes off her. He kept standing there and observing that pretty girl making faces while she tries to pick up the heavy cardboard. He wanted to offer help, but was too shy for that. He remembers Emma noticed him standing there, but neither did she ask for his help. They had a moment of eye contact, and then he had to move. From that day on, Ryan is more specific about his dressing than he usually is. He stays up at night thinking about Emma and fantasizing about scenarios that might never take a real end. He had to wait for her, but that wasn't an issue. He could happily wait for her for hours. The elevator was about to shut when Ryan came back to the real world from his thoughts. Oops, he ran and stopped the elevator's door by putting a foot in between the shutting doors. Emma, who was checking her things into her bag, looked at her feet. They both looked up, and bam, another moment of eye contact. Ryan couldn't hold his heartbeat regular. He was a shy guy by nature, and moments like these make him blush, while Emma looked normal. To Ryan's luck, there was nobody else in the elevator that day. Her presence by his side was making his stomach filled with butterflies, but he tried his best to act normal. She was standing right next to him, but he wouldn't dare to turn for her. And just then, when both of them were wrapped in that awkward silence, a noise broke the monotony. The elevator stopped. Reason unknown, but they are stuck in between 2 floors. Ryan looked at Emma. She looked a bit worried. They waited patiently for a few minutes, hoping it must have been some minor technical issue, but in vain. "I'm getting late," Emma murmured. Ryan turned to her again to say something in reply, but felt like she was talking to herself. Ryan realized that even her presence was making him lost his mind. He couldn't think of anything to say to her. Unintentionally, he kept on staring at her beautiful blonde hair cut up loosely in a bun. Some of her layers flowed down her neck carelessly. There was a cute tattoo just below her neck, Ryan noticed. It was half covered with her black shirt. He wanted to see it clearly when... "What?" Emma broke the motion again. "Nothing. Your tattoo." Ryan couldn't make up any suitable reason. He knew his gaze was slipping down her neck, and maybe that had made Emma uncomfortable. "What about my tattoo?" Emma didn't sound furious, rather intrigued. So was Ryan. "Is that a butterfly?" He finally uttered a full sentence. "Nah, that's an angel's wing." She pulled her shirt a bit down to show the tattoo. It was amazing. Emma's white gold skin complimented the tattoo. He touched her tattoo as if it would fly, but dragged his hand immediately, as if he got scared of touching her. Emma smiled with all her heart at this innocent gesture. "It's okay," she said, and extended the hand for friendship to Ryan. Ryan held her hand. Now they were friends. They talked for some minutes. "Emma, so how long had you waited for me today?" Out of nowhere, a sudden question. Ryan got shocked, but instead of attempting to make up something, he knew he was caught. 10 minutes, or maybe longer," he replied with his cheeks blushing even more. "You knew I'd wait for you here?" "Yeah, how could a guy so attractive go unnoticed?" Emma smiled. It was getting hot inside the elevator. They both sat down and put their bags aside. Emma told him how she has been noticing Ryan since day one. Flashback. One fine morning, when Emma was going to enter the elevator, she noticed Ryan standing at the back, lost in his own thoughts. She stepped into the elevator when Ryan came running and acted like he wasn't there a moment ago. Then it became usual. She noticed Ryan every day, waiting for somebody. To her pleasure, Ryan's nervous self told it was her. He used to act differently around her. His cheeks would go pink. He would try to stare at her when no one was watching. Emma never wanted to catch him. She let him be. But every night, Emma sleeps to one pleasing thought. He waits for her. His fascinating personality had begun to occupy all her thoughts and lulls her to sleep. Flashback ends. From that day on, I wished to see you in the elevator every single day and waited for you to talk. And today is the day, she admitted. "It's a dream come true," Ryan said happily. Ryan leaned over Emma as if he was to kiss her. But to Emma's surprise, he hugged her. A cute, childish hug full of love it was. This time, Emma laughed her heart out. She loved his sweet, shy acts that make him so adorably childish. Ryan secretly wished that the elevator never gets repaired and the moment lasts forever. At the same moment, a strong push made both of them fall. The elevator was trying to get started. Ryan looked into her big, sparkling eyes. She looked amazed and happy at the same time. Right at this moment, a bell rang and the door opens. People are standing outside, looking at them surprisingly. Both of them stood up quickly, trying to act normal. They picked up their bags and stepped out of the elevator. Unlike every day, they didn't go on different paths. Ryan asked for Emma's hand, which she gladly gave to his hand. They walked out of the building together.